Hello, guys. Welcome to E8 Football. I'm your boy Ethan, and today we are going to be discussing the win that Barcelona just experienced against Benfica. We are on to the next round of the Champions League, thanks to the Lords. We're also going to be talking about the other few matches that occurred throughout the Champions League. Liverpool being eliminated by PSG, which I didn't have in my predictions, but it happened, so we'll see how that ends up. Inter winning against Feyenoord, which I had my prediction, so that's fair. And Bayern skinning the living heck out of Bayer Leverkusen, which I had my predictions, but I didn't initially think it would be this bad. But to start it off, Barcelona against Benfica. What a match from the boys, guys. This was an absolutely essential win that we at least needed a draw to go on to the next phase of the Champions League, and by golly, we got it, guys. So we are on to the next round. We'll face the winner of Lyon or Dortmund, which we'll see how that goes, but it was a great performance by the guys. I am thoroughly impressed. Lamine Yamal put on a masterclass of a performance today. He absolutely toyed with those Benfica defenders. He absolutely dismantled their left back. He was on the floor sometimes. He put two people on the floor before scoring an absolute screamer, which in my mind was probably one of the goals of this tournament. But aside from that, Rafinha is going to have a hell of a season, dude. I don't know what has happened to this guy. Flick has changed him so much. But now I am so happy that he's scoring goals and so happy that he's doing it as frequently as he is. Because if there's a way to get Barcelona back onto the way they were before, Rafinha is going to start the movement, guys. So I'm super happy about that. If my voice sounds a little messed up, it's because I screamed my voice out literally a few minutes ago watching Barcelona. And that Liverpool game, which was a fantastic game as well. So at Al for the corner, what are you going to do, man? Cabarsi is out, so Cabarsi was supposed to be at person. And Inigo and Al, whilst they haven't been tested much, I'd say they did okay, but looked a little bit leggy during a few attacks that Benfica had, which rose some eyebrows a little bit. But thankfully, Cabarsi will be back for the next game. Hopefully, before we face Dortmund or Lille, so that's good. And our midfield was absolutely bossing the Benfica midfield. Pedri and Frenkie de Jong were absolutely untouchable today, and when I mean that by a landslide. They were running that midfield. The through balls that each of them possessed, they always got through to the forwards and to Dani Olmo. Dani Olmo was so good today, bro. He's so good at breaking those lines, and he deserved a goal today because he literally he was so good at breaking the lines and getting in behind the defense. Our defense, let's begin with the goalie. The goalie was, I guess he's okay. He wasn't tested as much. I mean, he did pull off a few saves, so he did as much as he could. Honestly, I still think Ter Stegen's a better one, but for now, Szczesny, he's been decent enough to replace him for now until we get our other ones. So, good on him. Alejandro Balde turned into Neymar, bro. How was it? He was dribbling past four different people to get into the box and give Rafinha another goal, bro. He was going all through the Benfica defense, bro. He was literally so good in terms of progressing the ball forward, and he was dribbling past so many people. Alejandro, stop it, man. We know you're Neymar, but relax. You're in the back. But do it as much as you can. Okay. Araujo, I'm gonna blame him for that header of a goal. He wasn't tracking. He looked a bit leggy during a few moments when Benfica had the ball and he was out of possession. But in terms of that, I think he did pretty well. Inigo, This guy is having a hell of a season. It's underrated, and he's part of that Barcelona line that has drawn so many offsides this season. I think Benfica were offsides like 8 times during that match. It was absolutely incredible. He has been part of that absolutely unbreakable line that we have in terms of getting people offsides, and he has been incredible, dude. He's been so good. Koundé had a good game as well. His linkage with Lamine Yamal on that right side was spectacular, actually. Like, he was progressing the ball forward as well. Not dribbling as much as Balde, but he would pass the ball in such good positions. So I'd say he did pretty good as well. Frankie, obviously, CDM position. He's been destroying it, passing through balls, dribbling people, taking them on. Pedri, oh my goodness, bro. The Iniesta reincarnation, bro. He's so good with the ball, dude. The way he literally just held that Barcelona attack and defense together, he was like glue, bro. It was working so well for him. Dani Olmo, solid game. Solid game. Deserved a goal. Solid game. Who's else? Lamine Yamal, this kid is going to be something so special, dude. This kid is so special, and he's just so freaking talented in terms of, like, taking people on. Reminds me of a young Neymarcito when he first played for Barcelona. It's just giving me those vibes. He's, like, so good with the ball, bro. He did some tricks that just left me absolutely in awe at sometimes. And I think he was, like, contender for man of the match, dude. Rafinha, solid again. Once again, I don't know what Flick has done to this guy, but he's proving himself to be a Ballon d'Or contender. And hats off to him, man, because he's absolutely dominating it right now in terms of, like, doing things good and getting the ball and scoring and assisting. He's doing everything, man. Like, this guy's having a hell of a season. Lewandowski. We were going to get to this point, and I've got a few things to say. His passing, dreadful. Barcelona should have had at least 5 goals in this match. And I'm going to blame a few of those for Lewandowski. He had a lot of chances. He missed so many chances. Like, the Benfica defense was disorganized as hell in that second half. And even in parts of the first half. And his passing, mother of God, dude. Like, it was just not there. Like, he'd always pass the ball to a Benfica player or overcook the pass to the goalkeeper. Like, should have escaped with 2 goals and, like, 3 assists. But his passing was terrible. His positioning also just terrible. Literally, like, every time the ball went up, he was out of position. He was nowhere close to it being in a good position. That's why he got hooked for Ferran Torres, who did somewhat arguably better than Lewandowski because he was getting into those positions and getting in good passes. But either way, I think he was our worst performer of the day by far. There's going to be conversations about him. I still think he's good enough, but just had a bad game today, like, in terms of just, like, the defense of Benfica just getting him, and once again, not subpar performance from Lewandowski, man. Like, I don't know what else to say. For player ratings, let's go Szczesny with a 6, Koundé with a 7, Balde with a 7.5. He was absolutely incredible. Inigo with a 7, Araujo 6. It was his fault for the header, but other than that, let's move on. Frankie 8. Insane performance from Frankie. Pedri 8.5. Once again, proving why he's that Iniesta reincarnation. Lamine Yamal 9.5. I think he was our man of the match, bro. He was untouchable on that right side. Put 2 people on the floor and sat him down like nothing. Dani Olmo, I'll give him a 7. Did good bringing the lines. Rafinha 9. 2 goals, an assist. I don't think there's anything else you can ask from him. And Lewandowski 5.5. Not good enough. Like, not today at least. Like, the less said, the better. Ferran, I'm going to give him a 6 because he came on. Casado, I'll give him a 6. Gavi, I'll give him a 6. I usually give all my subs a 6 because they're subs and they just get a few minutes to perform. But other than that, decent performance. Really good. We're on in the next round, and yeah. Visca Barça. Now, on to the other matches. I'm not going to go over them into depth that much, but just going to give you guys my reactions just to see what you guys think of the three other Champions League matches. So let's begin. Inter Feyenoord. Inter dominated this match. It was absolutely not even close. Should have scored like 5 or 6 goals, but Feyenoord defense, I'm assuming, just collapsed and fell apart. Like, it was the first leg that really got him disoriented, and now just terrible. Thuram, he's a good player. He's a good striker. That goal was absolutely breathtaking. Inter on to the next round. As a Barca fan, I'd say I'm worried about them because they have a good defense, but we'll see how they do against Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich, by the way, absolutely dismantled Bayer Leverkusen. They put them in an ER because, holy crap, Bayer Leverkusen turned into Bayer and never winning, bro. Because, like, geez, they got absolutely destroyed. Their defense looked so unbelievably bad. They were out of order. They were all over the place. Just a really bad display from Bayer Leverkusen. Like, I thought they'd at least make it close, but Bayern Munich just tore them to shreds. Elise, Musiala just absolutely embarrassed them. Kane, insane. Even Davies scored, bro. And to be fair, Fonzie is pretty good, but it's just really poor from Leverkusen, man. They should be doing better in their own stadium, but other than that, Bayern Munich on in the next round. As a Barca fan, I'd say I'm somewhat worried, but not as much. We did slap them 4-1 earlier in the season, so I'd say we have that sort of advantage, I guess. But they're going to be playing Inter, which is going to be a solid game. A solid game. I'll post my predictions for that match in a later video coming up. And then the final match. Why this video wasn't posted a lot earlier. Liverpool PSG. From the start, I'm going to say it, PSG deserved to win this match. They deserved to win this tie. Liverpool's defense looked leggy throughout the entirety of the two fixtures. I think PSG had like 13 chances throughout both legs, and it was just not even close. Their midfield overran Liverpool's midfield. And you could see just how dominant PSG was over Liverpool. The XG was like 2 to PSG in like the first half of the second leg, bro. PSG deserved to win that, and Liverpool still has to be more done, man. You guys still need to get a deeper bench, in my opinion, because I think you guys' starters are pretty good. I don't know what else to say about that one. Donnarumma, once again, proving why he's a good goalkeeper. Even though he looked a bit shaky during the match, that doesn't matter as long as you put in the performance near the end and save 2 penalties, which was pretty impressive considering that Liverpool played subpar throughout the entire match. And Liverpool's out. Probably the most shocking result of the entire thing so far. We'll see how it goes now over there. I think that side of the bracket's a toss-up now because Liverpool were the favorites, or Real Madrid. In terms of like who wins on that side of the bracket now, my prediction was Liverpool to go through, but now it's going to be different. So I'll post my predictions to the quarterfinal in the next video in a few weeks or a few days, yeah. So yeah, that'll be all from me today. I'm so happy Barcelona got the result they wanted. The Champions League has been cooking recently since that new change to the format and stuff. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.